Do I have everybody's attention now?
What's up, Jabroni? Steven here, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review. Yes, I said yesterday I'd be back, and I am back. I'm here to talk about Monday Night Raw because Survivor Series left me going, what the blue hell just happened? So I had to talk about Monday Night Raw and see if they answer any questions. And the real question, or the real answer to that is, they didn't answer shit. They didn't answer anything. Like, really, they didn't answer anything, really, if you think about it, because we started off in 2017, about to be 2018. We start off Raw with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. That's how we started off Monday Night Raw, guys. Stephanie McMahon and Triple H came down. And they gave you the typical reality people, the typical spew that they always do, where you're like, okay, whatever. Kurt came out, got up in Kurt and Triple H's face. Said something to the likes of, if you ever backstab me again, you can take this job and shove it because I'm coming after you. And I was like, all right, intense Kurt. I like intense Kurt. I can get around intense Kurt. Thumbs up for intense Kurt. Then after that, we had Jason Jordan come out. Jason Jordan said he wants a piece of Triple H. Stephanie McMahon kind of buried him. Said, like, are you kidding me? The way my husband feels right now, all this kind of stuff. She was like, my husband could take out anybody in the back, which cued Braun Strowman to come out. And I wrote here, why did Braun come out? I get Kurt Angle, I get Jason Jordan, but why did Braun come out? Like, Braun made his point, he beat him up, but why did Braun come out at the end of the night? You know what I mean? I didn't really understand that. I mean, at the end of that, at the beginning of the night, to like just confront him, like I could beat you. Is that what we were going with? Maybe, I guess. I don't know. When it happened, I was like, all right, Braun, you're Braun. I'll give it a thumbs up because I like you. After that, what do we have? They announced Braun versus Jason Jordan. And the first match of the night was Finn versus Joe. Giving us something good right away. Finn versus Joe was an actual pretty good match. I wrote here, really good match. Clean win for Joe. I was worried that I was going to see Bray come out. Like, I was really worried about that. I was like waiting for the to happen, and it didn't happen, so thumbs up on that. Super pumped that we didn't get Bray to interfere in any way. And that's, maybe it would have been interesting if he came to interfere, but instead of going after Finn, he went after Joe. Maybe. I don't know. But keep him away from Finn. Keep him away from Finn, because that was a no. What else we got here? I don't know what they're going to do next after this. It was a clean win. I'm guessing it'll be Demon Baszler versus Joe. And it'll just prove that Demon Baszler is better than Joe, and go with that whole thing. I don't know what's going to happen with Bray either, because no Bray. There was a backstage interview where Jordan was talking to Kurt. He seemed scared. He was talking about that he's worried about fighting Braun Strowman, and Kurt somehow confused him and gave him that confidence that he needed. So it was actually not as bad. It wasn't that bad, actually. Now, I don't know if Jason Jordan is getting better, or I'm just kind of getting more accepting of things. But it wasn't that bad, actually. I wasn't like against it as much as I was. Then after that, we had Asuka versus Dana Brooks, right? Is that what was next? So when I first saw this, I thought it said submission match when they were talking to commentators, and I was like, wait, Asuka's about to have a submission match with somebody? But it wasn't, because she got a pin on Dana Brooks, so it wasn't a submission match. This is because Dana Brooks slapped Asuka last week or 2 weeks ago, and then ended up getting beat up by Asuka. So this was that match. A lot more of a match than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be very one-sided. It was not one-sided. It was very much a match, like an actual match. Not a great match, because like it was still kind of in Asuka's favor, but Dana Brooks put up a fight, which I was like, why? I'm trying to think if that's just what always her gimmick was. If it was always, oh, everybody gives me a fight and then I win at the end. But I could have sworn she used to squash people too, but who knows? Dana Brooks put up kind of a fight. It was a squash with a fight kind of thing. It was weird. Like, you knew that Dana had no chance because she didn't really get that much offense, but she was at the same time pushing a couple headlocks here and there. I mean, I don't know. I was like, Asuka needs to destroy people. And now with these new people that we'll talk about in a minute that came or later that showed up, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm feeling this. We had Roman on Miz TV, which as soon as it happened, as soon as that like it was happening, I was like, why isn't Bray going against the Miz? Like, why isn't Bray being the one that gets the Miz? Like, Bray's not doing anything. You got Bray, you got Joe, you got Finn, you got all these guys. Why aren't any of them going against Miz? Instead, we had Miz TV. Miz was in the ring. Miz was calling out Roman. Roman wasn't coming out. Then all of a sudden, the Shield music hits, and all 3 members of the Shield come out. Let's see what we got here. It had a weird moments where they were letting the crowd kind of dictate the show a little bit. Like they were like letting the crowd take over and letting the crowd speak a lot. You know what I mean? Like it was weird. Like the crowd starts chanting "This is awesome," and Roman was actually really good on the mic tonight. I actually thought he was pretty funny. The lights went out during the situation. The lights actually went out. I was like, what is happening? Like the lights went out. What else did I write here? Because there was something else that I started laughing. Oh yeah, so I started laughing so the crowd, some of the crowd was on Roman's side, right? For like a little bit, not for the whole thing, but for a few things. I started laughing when Ambrose and Seth Rollins said that they're gonna get their titles. They're gonna get their titles back. And Roman was like, "Oh man, guys, I don't want to be the only one without a title." And then Seth was like, "Don't worry, man. We're not leaving you behind. We'll get you a title." And he's like, "Miz has a title. You want the Miz's title?" And I was laughing my ass off. I was like, "Oh, this is awesome!" Like it was really awesome, and I knew where it was going because I was like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be an easy win for Roman at the end." But I thought it was a funny little bit. And he was like, "What about it?" And it was like he said, "What about it, Miz?" And Miz was like, "No, whatever." They set it up later on, but it was a good interaction. I actually really had fun with it. Bo Dallas got involved. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel said something like, "For you to get to the Miz, you have to go through us." And then Dean was like, "Hey guys, we have to go through the Miz Taraj," and they were like making fun of them. It was pretty awesome. Like think about a Miz Bray feud, right? With Bo in the middle of it, right? That's how you move Bo over back to the Bray side. You can do that. It would have worked. I don't know. Then we had Dean versus Sheamus in a decent match. Cesaro was at ringside, so was Seth Rollins. Cesaro was trying to get involved, but Seth took him out and distracted Sheamus, and then Dean got the win. I really wanted the Authors of Pain to show up. Like I was really hoping for Authors of Pain, but no Authors of Pain, no anything. So we're gonna get we're gonna get Seth and Dean versus Sheamus and Cesaro again, which would be fine, I guess. We had Alexa Bliss come out to the ring. She was doing a promo talking about the Charlotte got lucky, things of that nature. Then Mickie James comes out, and I wrote here Mickie James again. Then Bayley came out, and I was like, oh no. And then we had Sasha and Fox, and I was like, oh, this is what this is gonna be. And I was like, all right. What I wrote under this was, why not Asuka? Asuka's the sole survivor. Why wasn't she in this match? She was the sole survivor. She hasn't lost a match. Yes, she wasn't in this match. I found that very weird. Then I wrote, where's Paige? And as I wrote that, Paige's music hit during the match. And she came out. She was rusty, not gonna lie, rusty on the mic. A little bit of a hesitation when it wasn't there. She was talking with the crowd a bit too much. Just wasn't flowing well for me. But it's Paige, awesome. She takes off her jacket. I forgot what she said before, but she starts to walk down towards the ring, and row in 2 women, and I'm like, what? And it's Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, and I'm like, holy shit. Paige was talking about how she didn't come alone, and she didn't come alone, and I was like, holy shit, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. And the first thing I thought was like, this is really cool, but why them? And my thing was, Paige was a bit rusty. Yeah, she was. She was rusty. She's better than most of the division. Not better than Sasha, and not better than Mickie. Not her like right there. Not that Paige. Paige right there was not better than Sasha or Mickie James, or she's probably not better than Alexa either. Not that Paige. Primetime Paige, sure. Once she gets her groove back. Oh, sorry about that. So the first thing I was like, all right, I'm like, why them? Then I started to think about it. I'm like, all right, Shayna Baszler just got signed to NXT. She's pretty much got the same gimmick as Sonya Deville. So you can't have two MMA fighters on NXT. I was like, oh, that makes sense. You bring up Sonya Deville. You don't feel like she has a long window or big window up in the main roster because like she's okay. She's not great on the mic. She's on NXT. She wasn't good on the mic. And then Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose doesn't even get on NXT TV. So I was like, all right, they clearly bring up both of these women because of the fact that, let me see, I'm behind. They clearly bring up both of these women because of the fact that they weren't doing anything with them. You know what I mean? And they wanted to give Paige some muscle. So neither one of these women is going to like kill it on like singles matches, but they can be Paige's muscle. Mandy Rose isn't like skinny, like she's got some muscle behind her. Sonya Deville is really like she's a brawler, awesome. She did a fucking phenomenal kick on Sasha Banks. I don't know what you call Mandy Rose's finisher, but it looked cool. So I don't know if this is Paige is like going after the title or not. She had a segment backstage with all three of them had a segment backstage where they were being interviewed by Renee Young. Alexa Bliss comes out to kind of say they don't have to answer to you, try to be on their side. And they beat the living shit out of her. They beat the ever living shit out of Alexa Bliss. So Paige is kind of running the posse. People were like the Paige Taraj, the Paige Turners. I don't know what we're going to call them, but Paige's little crew. I'm cool with it. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, with all the signings they got from NXT, they had to bring some people up. You know what I mean? They had to. There was too many girls down there. And they need girls to make some room for girls that are coming from the Mae Young Classic. And my other thing was, I was like, damn, all three of these women ended up on Raw. SmackDown got the short end of the stick. SmackDown stuck with the same women. Now who's going to go against Charlotte? We're going to get Natalya again. And then after that, what? We don't have proper heels. You know what I mean? Like Paige would have been a cool heel. Then it'd be awesome. Like fucking awesome if the iconic duo showed up on SmackDown tomorrow. That would be fucking top-notch greatness. I doubt it though. It would be awesome. I mean, it would be kind of awesome if the AOP showed up, but I don't even know if I want them to show up. Like I don't know, man. They needed to be something better. All right, so what else we got here? I mean, yeah, I wrote that it added a lot to the women's roster on Raw, shook things up, made things intriguing and interesting again. Nia wasn't there, interesting. I think people have really turned on Nia because when they came out with that whole thing about The Rock, even if it's not true, that's what the rumor is, and I think a lot of people turned on her. What else we got? Then we had Braun versus Jason Jordan. So the match starts with Jason Jordan kind of slapping Braun with one hell of a slap. Then he runs away, and there was a lot of running away until Braun got him and threw him around. Jordan was selling his leg really bad. And I'm curious to see what the angle's going to be here, what the story's going to be with his leg, because it kept throughout the whole thing. It was like his leg. People are like, oh, he's going to turn heel, and I'm like, they're not doing anything that makes it seem like he's going to turn heel anymore. Him going against Triple H doesn't make him turn heel. Triple H is already the heel. Him turning on his dad makes him go heel, but his dad keeps trying to protect him. I don't know. I'm not sure how they're gonna do that switch. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't even set up Triple H versus Kurt Angle for the future. They didn't set up anything. Brock wasn't on the show. I mean, I don't really know what the game plan is with this. The match didn't finish because Kane showed up. Kane came with a chair, hit Braun with a chair multiple times. He did the move that I absolutely hate, where he takes a chair to the throat and then hits it on like the ground. He hit it on the stairs, and Braun was coughing, and I was like, ooh, this looks really bad. I hate that move because I feel like it's hard to protect your neck when you do that move, but that was the move they went with. Yeah, like Braun was coughing. Let's find that picture. Yeah, this right here. I hate this move. It's too dangerous for you to protect your neck. Like, I don't know. I don't love that move. I mean, it's effective, and it made it seem like it was gonna hurt. And I get it. Braun was like he was gargling, and he was like, "Get away from her." Then Kurt said Braun left again. So another one of those, Braun gets beat up, Braun leaves, Braun comes back, beats up the guy like it always is. I think they need to get rid of these big wrestlers and go more for people that can actually wrestle. Hey, Braun is awesome, all right? We're not getting rid of Braun, all right? Braun is the shit. You're tired of Braun. Yes, I'm not tired of Braun. Braun is probably the only reason I tune into Raw. Probably the only reason I tune into Raw right now. What else do we have here? Because this is where I stopped writing notes, guys. I actually wrote Kane. I wrote Kane. I just don't want this. I don't want this Kane thing, really. I just don't want it. What else do we have here? Matt Hardy attacked Elias. I saw this kinda. I had it muted. I was reading something. I don't know what the point of this was. I know Matt Hardy lost at the pre-show. Let's see what it says here. Penn special time. He was Elias singing about Matt Hardy? Is that what was happening there? Because I wasn't exactly sure what was happening. But whatever was happening, I'm cool with Matt Hardy getting some stories. He put saying that he said on Twitter something has to change. Maybe this is what that was. Maybe we're going in that direction. All right, now the ending of the night, guys. Roman fucking Reigns. All right. Now, the cheers were there. What they're doing is working. Like, pairing him with the Shield is working. The crowd is almost like mixing the cheers for the Shield with the cheers for him. And it's kind of like, oh, well, we don't know who to cheer for anymore. But I wasn't upset with this when it happened. I kind of wasn't. I kind of wasn't. Like, I love The Miz. Like, I might do a list of top 10 best IC champions and let it be known that Miz is going to be somewhere at the top. Absolutely love it. He's supposed to get it in 30 days, possibly. We'll see. We'll see about Matt getting his gimmick. Because does anybody even care about the broken gimmick anymore? Like, honestly, does anybody care about that broken gimmick? It ran its course. It's just not as fun anymore. It's just not. Like, I don't know. And then Jeff's gone for a while. Nah. So yeah, Roman puts up a pretty good match, like a pretty almost main event style match for a pay-per-view, like one of the subpar pay-per-views. I actually liked the match. I thought it was fine. Miz put up some good offense. He did a lot of running. He did a lot of that stuff, but he put up some good offense. It wasn't like a squash match. In the end, Cesaro and Sheamus come out to try to help. Then the rest of the Shield come out to try to do whatever they're gonna do, and things happen, and spear. That's how it happened. That's how it finished. And like I said, I was okay with it until I read what the title was, which was Roman Reigns wins the Intercontinental title, becomes a Grand Slam champion. So I guess he becomes the 20-something person to win the Grand Slam champion, and that the 9th person to do it in the current format. So I was like, oh, was this just a way to get the belt on him so that we can give him this? Because we all know the WrestleMania match is going to be this, Brock versus Roman. Another thought that popped in my head was like, okay, Brock, we don't know when he's coming back. Maybe he comes at the Rumble, maybe he doesn't. Roman having the title, the IC title, makes the IC title the top belt on Raw for a while until Brock gets back. So they can still have that there and kind of roll with that for a while, maybe. Is that what they're trying to do? I'm not sure. I didn't hate this. It sucks because Roman can't talk on the mic. Miz is so awesome on the mic. As much as I hate Roman Reigns, it was okay for him getting the belt since Miz should be above the IC title at this point. Buddy, Miz isn't being above anything, man. The way that it's looking, so the way that they're booking Brock, right, is Brock's getting beat up by everybody, right? Like, or Brock's putting up matches with people and then he's winning. So could you do Miz versus Brock? Yeah. But Miz isn't the great wrestler, so what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get a lot of shenanigans involved to make it hard on Brock, and then Brock wins with 1-5. But then the rumor is that Finn's going to get Brock next. So maybe after Samoa versus Finn, it'll be Finn versus Brock. Same situation. Brock wins with 1-5. All this stuff setting up for when Roman Reigns essentially breaks out of the 1-5, and everybody's like, oh my God, even though not really. Miz is top heel. Yeah, I think Miz is top heel. Like, I love the Miz. I think Miz is awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened tonight. It didn't really answer the questions that I had about why Triple H did what he did. I have a feeling it's going to be the same way that Triple H didn't answer why he helped out Kevin Owens all those times. Why he turned on Seth. It's like we didn't get answers for any of this stuff. It's weird. So maybe we won't get an answer for this either. But overall, I think Raw was pretty good. I'd give Raw a thumbs up. I mean, I enjoyed Raw. I thought it flowed really well. The Enzo thing, there was an Enzo thing, right? There was an Enzo moment where Enzo was in the ring doing his Enzo thing, talking on the mic, and all the cruiserweight bad guys are saying all the things that they're thankful for in Enzo, and then out comes Cedric, Rich Swann, Mustafa Ali, and Akira Tozawa. And I was like, oh shit, here we go, guys. Here we go. Here comes Hideo Itami. Hideo Itami's coming. Hideo Itami's coming. No Hideo Itami. And I'm like, what the fuck? Seriously, what the fuck? What a missed opportunity. You could have had Hideo Itami come to save the day. Now, if they want to be real awesome, they make Hideo Itami appear tomorrow on SmackDown to challenge Baron Corbin. That would be awesome. Because who's Baron Corbin going against? He was had a feud with Sin Cara. No. Put Sin Cara away. Get that out of here. Get Sin Cara away from that thing. Hideo Itami comes in, challenges Baron Corbin. That's what you want. Makes sense. You have Hideo Itami on the main roster instead of on SmackDown on 205 Live, and that's awesome. So we got here. We got some people in chat. I think the writers are just gonna ignore Survivor Series ending since it was so bad and nobody liked it. I mean, they've done it before. Roman looks strong. Yeah, Roman always looks strong. That's Roman. Roman breaks out of everything, so he always looks strong. I give Raw two thumbs down. Other than Enzo and Paige segment, I was pretty bored. Oh man, I actually thought it was alright. I actually liked Raw. Raw flowed well. Like it flowed. It wasn't a good show, but it flowed well. Like I wasn't super bored. The Paige stuff was fine. The Braun stuff was fine. The Jason Jordan stuff was fine. The Kurt Angle Triple H thing at the beginning was all fine. So I'd give it like something like around here. It was alright. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Now for it being a post Survivor Series one, then you're like, okay, that's not as good as you want it to be. Nobody cares about Hideo Itami. I'm gonna disagree. I think people actually like Hideo Itami. I think people are gonna be super excited when he shows up. I'm more of a SmackDown guy, to be honest. Yeah, I love SmackDown. Like I never miss SmackDown. I don't really watch Raw like all the time. I skip through it very often. But for some reason, I mean, I was like, I actually didn't get bored. The Miss TV thing, I laughed at. I thought it was funny. I was like, okay, this is funny. Even though it was awkward. It was weird at times, but it was funny. And then the ending was fine. I mean, SmackDown was fine. It was a fine show. Maybe I'll do a voting and we can decide if it was fine or not. But I think it was fine. It wasn't great, but it was fine. Maybe I'll do like a thing where we can all vote. The new Shield. Don't know what that means. The new Shield is the new Shield, I guess. I mean, the new Shield is the old Shield. Well, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, honestly. I wish we would have had more to talk about in terms of answers, but we didn't get nothing. There was no answers. We got no answers, no anything. Oh, Paige, Mandy, and DeVille are the new Shield. Nah, man, they got to be like the Page Turners or you got to give them another name, man. I don't know what we're going to call them, but the Page Turners sounds fine. People were making fun of it saying the Page Taraj, but no, we can't steal the Miss Taraj. We can't steal the Shield. It's got to be like, we are the Page Turners, or, because isn't that the name of her finisher? The Page Turner or something like that? I don't know. Overall, I thought SmackDown was fine, guys. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate SmackDown. I mean, SmackDown. I didn't hate Raw, guys. I didn't hate Raw. I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. It was very much leaning up, but not all the way up because they didn't answer the questions that we needed. I don't know. But what do you guys think? I mean, we see Necropath was not into it. He saw it. He said thumbs down. Chris Danger, what do you think? What do you guys think? Thumbs down or thumbs up for Raw? I mean, what do you guys think, man? I thought it was all right. I thought it was okay. Wasn't the greatest show in the world, but it wasn't the worst Raw I've ever seen. I mean, tomorrow we're getting the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens situation on SmackDown with Shane. We're getting Jinder versus AJ. What else were we getting? There was like another thing. Let me see. There was another thing that they were talking about promoting. What was they promoting today? SmackDown tomorrow. No. They're not promoting. I thought they promoted something today. I don't know what they were promoting. But we need, what I want tomorrow to happen, I want Hideo Itami to show up. I want AOP to show up. I want, who else can show up tomorrow, guys? Who else can show up tomorrow? I'm going to say AOP, guaranteed. I think Drew McIntyre was supposed to show up. Honestly, I think Drew McIntyre was supposed to show up, but he's injured now. Who takes his spot? Cassius Ohno takes his spot? Does Cassius Ohno show up? I don't know. There's not enough time on SmackDown for all these guys, so they're not even doing nothing with Ty Dillinger or Rusev or Aiden English, so maybe it should just be the AOP, man. Maybe AOP and Peyton and Billy Kay. That's what I want. Those are the two groups I want. You debut those people, and it should be a lot of fun for SmackDown tomorrow, and we will definitely talk about it as well. Like I said, I'm going to try to do this more often. Hopefully for my Elgato to get here soon so I can get this going. Yeah, if Drew wasn't hurt, he'd be debuting tomorrow, but he wasn't. He's hurt. Cassius Ohno is absolute garbage. Necropath. Man, we can't be friends. Cassius Ohno has like the best song ever. His hard-hitting punches are awesome. Saw him wrestle 3 weeks ago at an NXT house show. Man, I don't know. I mean, he's not a great wrestler, but he's got like the cool hard-hitting finishers and then the cool song, the cool clothing. He is so out of shape. That's why he wrestles with a shirt. Yeah, that's his whole gimmick. His whole thing. He's out of shape. His legs look like oatmeal. Hey, man, I'm a big man, man. I'm a big man. Seeing another big man go out there, do his thing. Out of shape, man. He's funny on the mic. I'm cool with it. But all right, guys, it was fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this ramble, rant, whatever you want to call this review. I don't know what we're going to call these things. I mean, I'm just calling them reactions. But I enjoyed Raw for what it was. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you guys check me out tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, hit that notification button so you see when I go live. If you're not new to the channel, thanks for coming back. And essentially, we're going to get out of here, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Peace.